Waiting for the feeling to come back in my tongue.
It's not. It's going to be a little bit. Welcome to Hot Ones. We are so glad you are joining us. It is our final week. It has been fun. The wings have been spicy. The questions have been great. The videos have been hilarious. So tonight we're talking about living out our boundaries. And I have awesome people with me today. Today I have Rick Knox, who's our middle school boys coach, and Colin McKean, who is our high school boys coach. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling?
Good.
Great.
Yeah?
Hungry.
I came hungry.
Perfect. There's 6 wings in front of you. It's going to be spicy. What's your comfort level with spicy food?
I like spice. Not crazy, but I like spice.
In general, I'm comfortable with spicy food. The older I get, the less comfortable my body is with spicy food.
There it is. We're having a lot of conversations about what it means to get older in today, so I'm excited. So, you ready to get started?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Flavor.
It's delicious. So, you two have lived enough life to know some things that have come hard to you and easy to you. And so, today, talking about boundaries. And I want to hear y'all's perspective. What's something about relationships that you understand now that you didn't in your 20s? Or even younger than that?
Relationships, in general, require work. Relationships that are worthwhile, I should say. You can have a lot of surface level relationships in your life, but if you're interested in having a deeper relationship with someone, no matter what that is, whether it's friendship, significant other, family, if you truly want to have a deeper relationship, it requires work.
I would say the work doesn't stop once you have a good relationship.
Yeah.
That's when the most important work begins. And the hardest work. It's like learning to dance with someone by stepping on each other's toes over and over and over again.
Yeah. That's good. What's one lesson that you wish you had learned earlier in life?
Invest your money.
Invest your money. That's good. That's good.
But as far as boundaries and relationships, I wish that I had learned that the people who matter, you don't have to try to impress so hard. If you're twisting yourself into something you're not to impress someone, they're probably not the right person.
Yeah. I think that's what's important for us to hear is wisdom doesn't happen just overnight. It happens over years and years of experience, of mistakes. So when we have these conversations of boundaries or just anything in life, whether it's our relationship with God, there's going to be mistakes that happen. And so thank you guys for sharing a little bit about that.
I think my wings were switched because that was not as spicy as the previous one.
It's the Scoville level weirdness, and so this has technically less Scovilles than this one.
It's definitely got
But
a milder feel.
it is. Yeah. So setting boundaries sounds amazing in theory. Living them is where it kind of gets real. And so I'd be curious to know for you, why do boundaries get harder to live out than they are to set them originally?
Oftentimes, though, the hard work in maintaining those boundaries and keeping them where you want them to be is the fact that long-term boundaries are typically for the people that you're closest to. You don't have to work very hard to set or maintain boundaries for just a random acquaintance that you only see a couple times a week, maybe once a month.
Right.
But the people that you live with, that you care about the most, that care about you the most, family, friends, whoever it may be, the close people in your life, if there's a boundary that you've set with them, it's hard to maintain it because oftentimes your love and care for them can make you want to relax that boundary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming from kind of the opposite direction, I'm going to use an example. I'm going to set a boundary that I'm not going to drink any of that water.
Okay, there we go.
No matter how I feel about these.
I've not touched it because
Right.
you've not touched it. So
Yeah.
like we've been drinking our coffee that's been supplied here, but
Coffee and milk. Coffee is great. Coffee and milk. But I'm going to set that boundary because I know that when you have spicy stuff in your mouth, water makes it worse, not better.
yeah,
But it's going to get harder and harder
yeah,
to not do that, even though I know it's not going to help. When you have that feeling, you just want water.
Yeah.
So as the heat gets turned up,
that's what I'm talking
it's
about.
going to be harder. And it's the same thing with boundaries in your life. As the heat gets turned up, those boundaries get pushed on harder and harder. And there's a certain point where it becomes almost impossible,
Yeah.
except through God. And
Yeah, story. Because I think to me, whenever the heat, in this case, or when a storm comes or pressure happens, it really reveals what is our foundation, right? Where does that foundation, like when you set that boundary from the first get-go, what was that foundation, that boundary? Was it weak? Was it solid? Was it strong? Was it, wavering? Was it built on the wrong reasons? And so, yeah, that's a good point. Thanks.
it's very good.
The heat's definitely starting to.
Yeah, this is where it
Turn
gets
it up, though.
uncomfortable. This is where it gets a little bit uncomfortable.
I believe one was the hardest for me so far.
Yeah.
Got a little bit down the wrong pipe. Oh, man.
So, what is a boundary that you have set in your life that someone didn't like?
I was a childhood friend. This occurred like in my late teens, early 20s, though. It came to a point where they were making some choices, activities that they were participating in that I wasn't willing to be around or participate in. And they very clearly asked me to be not participate in those activities, but to be present while that was going on. And I unequivocally said that that's not going to happen. You're going to have to figure out something else because that's not going to happen.
Nope. That's good. That's good. I think just going back to the heat thing, heat doesn't create the conviction. It doesn't, like the pressure and the storms, but exposes what is there. So like if you have conviction, that when the pressures come and that there's that rocky relationship or something's a mess, like it tests how convicted you are, or how like strong and confident you are in the things that you are valuing. So that's good. That's good.
Well, that's how you remove impurities from gold, right? You heat it up.
Heat it up. That's right. Just like these spicy wings, you guys.
Silver has to be refined 7 times before all the impurities are out of it.
Thank you. All right, so this is called Explain That Photo.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm going to show you a photo that we have of you, and I want to hear the story of it. I want to hear the story behind this. So, Colin, you are first, and so I want to hear the story behind this photo.
Okay. This was when Jackson was like 3, I think.
Okay.
And we were playing hide and seek. And so I was just being silly with him and pretended to be the lamp.
I love it. Very nice. And you were silly. Look at you. All right, Rick, we have a photo for you.
Oh boy.
Can you please explain that
great.
photo?
These are spy glasses
Yeah,
from the game Busy Town.
obviously.
This was a family favorite when our kids were younger. And anybody who's spent any amount of time around me knows that in general I am a goofball. So of course, the natural inclination for me is to hold the spy glasses in my eyes and just make a goofy face while Jen took my picture.
I love it. When was the last time you guys saw those photos? Yeah.
I don't even know.
If you've ever seen those photos.
That one pops up on Facebook Memories every
Okay.
year when it.
I love it. Looking back, why do these photos kind of matter to you now?
I guess for me, it is an example of a time when I was being the dad I've always wanted to be. I'm not always that dad, but that's the dad I always want to be able to be.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
I think it just always makes me think of just being goofy and
Being
having
goofy.
fun with my family.
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I have one more photo. These are multiple photos, and these are for both of you.
Oh boy.
And so I would love for you guys to explain what is going on in these photos.
Oh, these are fantastic.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got some of both of you.
Well, we did what Chad Kroger never did and made it as a wise man.
Oh, there we go. Only 3-4 people are listening.
Right.
We'll get that reference. I love
true.
it.
Yeah, we were, there used to be a Christmas play every year here, and this year we were the three wise men. I was Melchior, and he was Caspar. I think I still remember all my lines.
And Ed was Balthazar.
Yes. Balthazar! Caspar! Come quickly, I say, come quickly!
Still remembers his lines.
Thank you. I was hoping you would.
Yeah, this was probably like 10-ish years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10-ish. Okay.
Yeah, like Colin said, we had like a Christmas program, and so we were the three wise men. Karina DeCierno was the director.
Yes.
Classic. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I love how we went
it was
from
fun.
2 photos of you guys being goofy to the next photo of you guys being wise men.
I'm pretty sure we were pretty goofy in this
You
role.
have to be wise
Oh,
to be
perfect.
humorous.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you guys for sharing a little bit about those photos.
Ooh, there's a little heat on the back end.
Yep.
I didn't feel it until...
Yep.
That's good, though. That's really good.
You know what I love right now? This shows like experience with hot spicy things. Oh, there it is.
Now it's kicking in.
There it is. You know, the girls in the past few rounds, this is where it's been like just awful down rail. But you guys have handled it like a champ. Maturity, experiences. So my question for you is, what does steadiness look like in real life when pressure hits?
I still struggle with that.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to blow under pressure, but when I do, it's not pretty.
There it is, yeah.
I've struggled with that for most of my life. But I think for me, I do try to be steady under pressure. But when I do lose control or lose myself, especially when I explode at or on someone, as I've gotten older, I've realized and I've gotten better at returning to that moment quickly, apologizing to the person,
Yeah.
Letting them know that I'm still frustrated. I didn't like the things that led up to what happened, but I shouldn't have reacted the way I did.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very wise. I think for me, steadiness is a lot more of a hit or a miss,
Okay.
and is all too often a second effort response.
So what I'm hearing, and I'm curious to know, what are some things you do, or there's some habits or something that you practice to help you get to that steadiness, or get close to that steadiness instead of immediately reacting emotionally? I know you guys said you guys both kind of react emotionally, but like you guys both said, it also is, you have learned how to not get to that as quickly. So what are some habits, what are some things you can share that kind of helps you, or has helped you get to this point of like, building that?
For me, just knowing when I have something like that tension building and recognizing it early enough to be able to diffuse it. Whether that's through deep breathing or saying, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this right this second.
Yeah.
I'm going to go take a long walk.
Yeah. How does y'all's faith play into that? Because there's only so much we could do on our own, right? There's only so much that you can build. There's only so much habits. There's only so much like lessons you've learned in life. What about where does your faith step into this?
I think for me, my go-to is just asking God for peace.
Yeah.
In that moment, in that time, pausing to talk to Him, even just the act itself of pausing to talk to Him brings peace. So
That's good.
that helps a lot.
That's excellent. All right. Well, let's hope we have peace in the next couple rounds. You guys ready?
Ready? This is the one I was excited for.
Yep. This is
See how excited you are after the first bite.
It smells so good.
Cantina Royale, the Bourbon Maple Reaper.
It smells
The
so
bourbon
good.
maple, yeah.
It's hot, but it's so good.
Man, it's so sweet and just so flavorful at the first hit, and then
Yeah, it definitely hits you with sweetness
it's gonna hit you.
at the start.
Yep.
And then now it's just like, here I am.
I want to talk about this idea of a slow drift, talking about how compromising with our boundaries or values rarely happens all at once. And so I'm curious to know for you, what do you think usually causes people to compromise their boundaries?
After a certain amount of time passes, maybe you forget what your boundary was. It's kind of that slow creep of the fence just keeps moving further and further out. Well, it's been okay for a while now.
Right, that's good.
Maybe it'll be all right to let that guard down or let that boundary relax a little bit. It's just, I think it's just human nature.
Yeah.
Oftentimes the hardest boundaries to maintain are the ones with people you love the most.
Right.
It's like, man, I just love them so much. I really want to trust and believe that it's going to be different this time, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that boundary.
That's good. Yeah.
If your boundary is not firmly rooted in God and God's word, then it'll shift without you even realizing it. And that's something we can't defend against except by making sure that those boundaries are firmly rooted in God's word or in God himself.
Yeah. That's excellent. That's excellent.
I think we have to ask for help.
Yeah.
A lot of that help comes from God. It can also come from the people that maybe have a similar boundary or helped you set that boundary.
Yeah. Yeah. I 100% agree. Those who compromise boundaries are acting like they can do it on their own. And so without asking for help, without, going to someone who's been there before or going to God about it, yeah, that slow drift happens. Mistakes happen. That's good. All right.
The last dab.
All right, so on the show, we do have a tradition here. That's the last dab. So we add a little bit extra.
I'm going to lean on Tim's experience and go on the side. Boy, that did come out very fast.
I'm going to set a boundary for myself.
Trust the wisdom of others.
Hey, you guys have been crushing it right now. Not using the water, barely touching the milk. You've downed your coffee, so you got some liquid in you, which is good.
Whole wing, right?
Smells good.
Whole wing? Yeah.
Oh,
Are
I
we moving?
already cut mine in half. I'll just do it in 2 bites.
Okay. So
That one kind of starts hitting you right away.
Yeah, that
this
one's
one's hot. So talking about, I love the idea of using the heat or the storm analogy here. In the middle of a storm, what is one non-negotiable that you have that keeps you anchored?
That's hot. Where did all my milk go?
You need some more? You need some more?
I'm all right for now.
That one's making the tongue a little numb.
Yeah, that one's rough.
Ooh-wee.
It's the first one that's really
Yeah. This one skips a few wings.
Yeah. Ooh. Waiting for the feeling to come back in my tongue.
It's not. It's going to be a little bit. So, what's that one?
Yeah, what was the question?
In the middle of the storm, or the middle of the chaos, like you're dealing right now, what's one non-negotiable that keeps you anchored?
The easy answer is Jesus, God, the Bible.
Nailed it. Yeah.
They're true, but they're also really easy to say. Talking is hard.
For me, it's pausing to process.
Like you're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
It's excellent.
I mean, if it's a storm, I need to process the information. I need to figure out what happened and where to go to next. Mm-hmm. And you can't really do that without pausing to process.
Yeah. I love it.
The non-easy go-to answer would be my family.
Yeah.
You know, there are boundaries around them that I will never compromise on. And there's a lot of overlap there with the God boundaries, but when the storm is in full force, that's what keeps me going. Is I've got to do what I can for my family.
Absolutely. Woo! You guys crushed it. I'm very proud of you. Any last words as we wrap this series up to those who are watching? Cameras there. There's a couple cameras there.
Don't listen to Marley. Do the video.
There it is.
It's not that bad. Even that was...
The last one's bad.
I've had worse. I've had worse.
That's right.
Not in a long time, but...
I love it. All right, well, that was awesome. Thank you, too, for being coaches for our students. We truly appreciate it. Let's do this thing.
Where did all my milk go?